Hi, this is Mr. Phil with another math video. So last week we looked at three-digit subtraction and different ways to model and show three-digit subtraction. This week we're going to change gears a bit and go to three-digit addition. So today we're going to be looking at some strategies for solving three-digit addition problems. For this video, I want to focus on what's called the place value strategy. So as with any math problem, we start by doing our RDW process. We're going to read it, draw, model it, and then write out our answer. So let's read it first. Directions say solve, so that's our verb. That's what we're doing. And we're going to solve using a strategy. So your objective here is to solve this problem using some kind of mathematical model or strategy. So the problem we're looking at today is 367 increased by 146. So our first add-in is 367. Our second add-in is 146. And we're going to be looking for the sum. So I can cross off my R now. I've read my directions, read my mathematical operation, read my add-ins. So we're good to move on to draw a model now. Okay, now for the place value strategy, this again counts on your ability to take a number and recognize the place values in that number. So to start it off, I'm going to take my first add-in, 367, and decompose it into its place values. So 367 has 7 ones, 6 tens, and 3 hundreds. So ones, tens, and hundreds. So to decompose it, I'm going to take my 7 ones and start down there. Then I'm going to take my 6 tens and put that in my expanded form. Since it's 6 tens, we don't do 6, we do 60 because we're talking about 6 tens. And then I'm going to go ahead and put in my hundreds as well. So I have 3 hundreds. Okay, then I take my second add-in, 146, and do the same process. I'm going to decompose it into its place values. So 146 has 6 ones, 4 tens, or 40, and 100, or 100. Okay, now that I've decomposed my numbers and put them into their expanded form, I'm going to actually go ahead and add them up now. Since this is addition, it really doesn't matter where you start, but it's always best practice to start in the ones column, just because when you subtract, that's where you start as well. So we're going to go ahead and start in the ones column and add our ones together. So 7 ones increased by 6 ones, well, that's going to be 13 ones. And the big difference between this strategy and standard algorithm is that you don't have to carry the 1 over to the tens place. You just write your result from out of your ones. It's 13 ones. Okay. Then when you add 6 tens and 4 tens, 60 plus 40, you end up with 100, or 10 tens. Same thing. We don't have to carry the 1 over to the hundreds place. You can just keep it here. And the last hundreds, 300 plus 100 will get us to 400s. Okay, now this is my sum of 367 plus 146. It's 4 hundreds, another 100, and 13 ones. To actually get through to a more standard form, I'm going to take my expanded form here and just add those values together. So ones column, 3 ones, 110, and 5 hundreds. I can cross off my draw a model now because I've shown it visually and through gotten to my sum using my numbers. Let's move on to the W, the writing process. So since we're adding, it's called the sum. So we're going to say the sum is 513. And that is the place value model for three-digit addition. It's a pretty elegant and simple way of adding it without having to really remember the standard algorithm. So I think it's a good choice if you're really good with your place value awareness. Until next time, this is Mr. Phil.